Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, Bhakti Yogam, Shloka number 13. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Adveshta Sarvabhutanam Maitra Karuna Yevacha Nirmamo Nirahankaraha Samadukha Sukakshami. Bhagavan Shri Krishna, in this chapter, in the last few shlokas, talking about the 5 stages of the bhakti, which ultimately culminates in the Nirguna Ishvara Jnanam, or the Mukti or Parabhakti. After saying all that, Bhagavan, from the 13th, this shloka onwards, started enumerating the traits of a Gnani, the qualities, the symptoms, the indications, the state of a Gnani, means Jivan Mukta, who is liberated while living itself. Now, while indicating this, nearly 33 qualities Bhagavan is going to enumerate. In that, some 7 nearly we saw in this 13th shloka. In the last class, we have completed the last one important value that I will again remind you, then we'll go to the further later. Just to remember, I told you these are very, very, very important shlokas, because Muktaha Gnani means what? He is Muktaha, free from what? Free from the family? Free from the colored dresses and wearing the saffron? Free from what? Or free from cooking? Because sannyasi Gnanis, they can take bhiksha and eat, they need not to cook. Free from what? He is free from something and he is possessing something. So in this 33 values, when Bhagavan is enumerating, some are he has to give it up, some he has to possess. Therefore, here, what he has to possess? The first one we saw, no hatred on any account on anything in this world. Adveshta sarva bhutanam. Then being friendly with everyone. Maitraha. And spontaneous helping nature and showing sympathy and empathy is the karuna. Then we saw nirmamaha and nirahankaraha. He doesn't have any kind of doership bhavana and the enjoyership bhavana. Doership bhavana belongs to the mind and the antakaranam, enjoyership bhavana is with the world through the senses and the body. So nirmamaha nirahankaraha. Then samaha sukha dukkha. Always, whether it is favorable or unfavorable, labha, alabha, jaya, ajaya, gain or loss, in any condition, he never loses his coolness or the balance of the mind. Sama sukha dukkha. And finally we saw kshami. Kshama. This word can be taken into two ways. One is forgiving nature. Forgiving nature. Or kshama means capability, dakshata, patience, tolerance, kshamata, ability. So this word is very, very beautiful, powerful word. Kshama, kshami, kshamata. Now, in this, one or 2 points I will elaborate now. Tolerance in any situation, in any condition, particularly when the things are not favorable, the people around us and the situations, incidents will happen unfavorably. It may be not testing to me. It hurts. It happens to everybody. But if you are a gnani, you are well matured, if you are wise, you never use the, see, for any situation we have to react, because either you respond or whether you fight or you flight away, because you cannot totally keep away from the society or the vyavahara, so you need to interact. Now, while interacting, are you interacting? Are you acting? Are you proacting? Or you are reacting? Choice is yours. Either you can just proact. Proact is just respond, but without reaction. But generally we react and act. That is the problem. That reaction happens in the mind, heart, that comes through the action through the body, by words sometimes, by action also. So non-violent method of approaching to the situations is called kshamata. Non-violent approach. You can approach with a violent way also. But if you really coolly think it, any violent approach, you may get the success or result immediately. For example, I want to get work done by somebody. I will be very strict as a boss, as a ruler or some command. That fellow will do out of fear. Out of fear, he do it. But inside he is also violently reacting. So you are creating and giving an opportunity for another person to react and become violent. He may not express because you are superior. As like the child, when father or mother scolds or like that, the child cannot revolt and react that much, cannot take any revenge. But the child inside develop that violent mentality. And when he becomes big, and he also exhibit the same kind of violent nature. So like this, Each one of us are again creating a violent natured personalities around us. So I should not become a cause to create a violent personalities around me. So let me be a non-violent approached person. Okay. You may not get the result immediately, but in course of time, slowly, you will get the result. But whether you get the result or not, first of all, you are at peace in the heart. So by a violent method, you are not peaceful, and your other person also is not peaceful. But you will think that, see, because I am so strict, I talked like that, I punished him, I scolded him, then the work done. This is not the right approach actually. So when we are talking about the Gnani lives in the society. We are not talking about the who are staying in a remote place and no interaction, nothing. If everybody, Gnani lives only there, then what is the use of the Gnani to the society? Gnanis live in the society around the people, but they live like that. First of all, the attention of the Gnani is on his own inner climate. He never compromises for that. So if anything is disturbing me inside my personality, my emotions, my mind, then I will rectify it. I will keep away myself from it. So with that intention. Now if we take this as a tolerance, we know in the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, this kshama word can be translated and tell as a titiksha, tolerance. About the titiksha, we already discussed many times, in many occasions. Viveka Chudamani, Shankaracharya, gives a very beautiful definition to this titiksha when he enumerating the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dama, Titiksha. What he says, Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam sa titiksha nigadyate. This is called titiksha. This is called tolerance. Generally in the world, in family, in office or anywhere, I am tolerating, or you say naturally, I am just tolerating you. That means what? Somehow I am going with you. Otherwise, it is not like that. Tolerating. What you cannot cure, you endure. English, there is a statement, but that is not correct actually. It cannot be cured, so what can I do? We are not talking about the physical disease. We are talking about the mental disease. Mental disease is surely developed by you, because you never taken care of your mind, never cultivated the mind consciously. So Shankara says here, Sahanam, tolerance, titiksha means sarva dukkhanam, whatever, any amount of suffering, dukkha may come, I just first of all accept it and take it and tolerate it and think what are the causes of this. Not reacting suddenly, immediately. So sahanam. Instead of fighting with somebody, instead of complaining on somebody, instead of showing the fingers on somebody, first of all, okay, this particular kind of suffering, dukkham came. let me just see what are the causes and why it all came. Even though I know the causes and all that, I know after that, but finally, yes, this is what my karma, prarabdha has to bring the result to me. So I won't react. Can I solve, take any steps, precautions or steps? I will do that, but no reaction. Therefore, sahanam sarva dukkhanam, that is what Shankara says, apratikara purvakam. Because I cannot take revenge on you, I am just tolerating. If the boss is keep on shouting and hammering and punishing or doing, the servant, what he will do, he cannot say, he has to keep inside, but inside he crushes his teeth. The time will come, one day I will give to him. He will have a hatred on the boss. So, apratikara purvakam, or I will take revenge one day, I will wait, I will see, ஒரு கை பார்த்துக்கிறேன். Without taking any revenge, pratikara, apratikara purvakam, you tolerate. Very difficult. Living casually like everybody is easy. Living like a gnani, a sadhu, is difficult. But what to do? You want real success, you have to try. That's why it is sannyasa, sacrifice. You give up. Many things you have to give up. Your ahankara, your pride and your ego, all that wrong notions. And without any regret or feeling inside I am suffering, crying, but outside I am looking, showing like I am tolerating. Chinta vilaparahitam, no revenge or suffering inside. Both are same only. If you suffer inside, you will get more problems. If you talk out and burst out and in a revenge way, that again create problems, misunderstanding. People will go away from you and they will also become violent. This is, but without reacting, without expressing, without suppressing, you are sublimating and tolerating. That sublimation is called tolerance. The tolerance with understanding, with knowledge. I look from different standpoints. I am a Brahman. I am a consciousness. Nothing can hurt me, nothing can do any harm to me, no one can do anything to me because I am only everything. This is the highest standpoint of understanding. Or, okay, somebody did some mistake, forgive. By forgetting, you will be peaceful. You will be peaceful. Because of that, you are not going to lose a big thing. But if you don't do that, you will lose a big thing, that your peace of mind, you will lose it. And your spiritual growth will be stagnated. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam. Then sa titiksha, that is called titiksha. Very beautiful definition Shankara gives there. Okay, now let us go to the next further values. Shloka number 14. Santushtas satatam yogi yatatma dhruda nishchayah मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः. You can put numbers by yourself or remember the next value. Okay? Next value. What? Santushtaha. Satatam, this yogi, santushtaha, always content. He will be with a trupti, niraivu, santushtaha. Santushta means a contentment. This word Lord said before many times. I told you, these values, Bhagavan in every chapter somehow he includes, because this is what spirituality means. This is what mukti, moksha means, the condition of the mind. All these traits which we are seeing now, all are related to mind, sheerly mind. Not outer symptoms or your way of worship, your religion, nothing doing. Mind. Therefore, already said, where in 4th chapter, 2nd chapter, I will just remind you. The simple meaning of this is Santushta. Shankara writes in Bhashyam, Labhe alabhe, gain or loss. So again, I told you last class, these values are interrelated. When we say samadukha samaha, now that is only then because I am samadukha samaha sthiti, I am tushtaha, ever content. So labhe alabhe cha utpanna alam pratyaya. Alam means enough. Whatever is there, I am happy. Whatever is not there, I am happy. Labhe alabhe, gain or loss, having or not having. Alam pratyaya means the thought, the feeling of enough. Podum. Where Bhagavan said in the Gita, 4th chapter, Nityat tyaktva karma phala sangam nityatrupto nirashrayaha. That shloka. By giving up the results of the actions, tyakta phala sangam, therefore he is nityatruptaha. Truptaha, tushtaha, all are same words. Nityatruptaha. Here satatam. Satatam is equal to nityam. Nityam is equal to satatam, always. Because he is not depending on anything in this world. Nirashrayaha. I am not. Ashraya means for what? Sir, for my shelter I have to take ashrayam. That's why it is called ashramam. Grihastha ashramam, which gives the shelter, no? Ashramam. Physically, you can take shelter. Physically, you need people, family to do. When you become old also, they will help. They may help. But emotionally, mentally, you should not be dependent. You should not be dependent. You should be independent. That is nirashrayaha. I'm solely depending on my nature of the self, or if that you are not able to claim, on the God. God is taking care of me 100%. He knows what I want. He knows what I doesn't want. He is the karma phaladata. So let me take shelter at his feet. Then let me be relaxed. So nityatrupto nirashrayah. And same chapter, Bhagavan says again, yadruchalabha santushtaha. A same word actually. Yadruchalabha, whatever just come by itself, yadrucha, unexpectedly, or whatever has to come, it will come to me. With that, labha means whatever I get in my life, I will be happy with that. Yadrucha. Suddenly, actually, yadrucha means unexpectedly, because our karma phala we don't know. What I have to get, what I have to lose, when I have to get, when I have to lose, we don't know anything. It is just going on. We are accepting, but accepting means non-violent, non-reacting approach. Yadruchalabha santushtaha dvandvatito vimatsaraha. Because pairs of opposites. Samadhu, Sukha Dukkha means pairs of opposites only, no? Atita, he is beyond these dvandvas. Because Sukha and Dukkha, Labha and Nashta, all are in the relative world. They are not real. They comes and goes. They always live together. Like light and darkness and day and night and Labha, Nashta, Sukha, Dukkha. These are all transitory. Comes, goes, comes, goes. They always complement each other. Therefore, Dvandvatita, like that shloka. In the Niyamas, Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga, very elaboratedly we discussed many times, and particularly in the 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga time. 5 yamas, 5 niyamas. And in the niyamas, the first one is called santosha. Self-disciplines are called niyamas. Individually, what you have to apply, practice for your own spiritual growth. Yamas are that for your spiritual growth and for the sake of the others also, for total society's sake, what you have to follow. That's why they are called 5 social disciplines and 5 self-disciplines. Under these 5 self-disciplines, santosha is the first one. That is also santushta only. Contentment. Tosha. Happy, content. Santosha. Samyak tosha. Tushtaha. Samyak tushtaha santushtaha. In North India, in Hindi they say for Lord Shiva is called Ashtosh. Ashtosh means very easily can be pleased him by putting one bilva leaf on the head, by pouring 2 drops of Ganga water. Very easily can be pleased Lord Shiva. Ash, easily. Tosh, you can make him content. No need of big performances. Ashtosh is the name of Lord Shiva. So santoshaha. It is purnatvat, purnatva gnanena. Where from this contentment comes? Right now, I have no 3-bedroom flat. Now I am staying in the very old Richfield panorama. They are constructed long ago. Now and then drainage problem, this problem. Eh? I know that is there, that's the problem only at the Vyavahara level. But still, I don't worry for it when I am going to get a 3-bedroom flat. If you have to get it, you will get. If your son ends and after 10 years maybe, time will come. People like that only, they will improve. So leave it. If it comes and comes. Do you think that after you get the 3-bedroom new flat, you will be happy? There is any guarantee 100%? That old Richfield is much better. Now new flat constructions are very bad. They are not strong at all. You compare in any way. If the electricians comes and do some work here and they say so concrete and walls are very strong here, but now new flats very light. So don't imagine like that. Therefore, let me be now happy. How come? Because of I am Purnam. I have no any deficit at all. Whether I have physically this or that car, this much, that much, share market. So what? Ultimately, tonight I have to sleep. If I get a good sleep, that's it. I am very happy. Because there I don't require whether I am in the 3-bedroom or 5-bedroom or 7-bedroom, whether I am in the New York or in the Coimbatore, nothing, no difference, but Purnama. That Purnatvam, now in the waking state with Gnanam, by reading Bhagavad Gita, you get it and live. Purnatva Gnanena, inner fullness. That's why my fullness, my happiness, I never postpone. I cannot postpone. This is what knowledge, Gnana. But all other things, bhakti, sadharana bhakti, and karma, all that, after the Shukra or Rahu Dasha goes, you will become all right. Up to that, you suffer. That is not the treatment here. Now and here. In spite of Rahu Dasha, Shani Dasha, all Dashas, any Dasha, let it go. What they can do me, how they can affect me. If I am Atma, if I am Purnam, if I don't know that, then all those grahas will come and catch you. It's only a bhavana. I give importance to them and I give non-importance to my Purnatvam self, then naturally you will be caught up by that grahas and all that. That's why grahas can't reach, touch and come disturb the Gnani. They are there in their own place. Gnani in his own state. But if you take the Jatakam of the Gnani also, he is also having horoscope, then he is also going to get after 5 years or so, Rahu Dasha. He may be there, he may Shani Dasha, then he may get disease, he may become bedridden. That is anyhow, body is getting all that. No one can have all the time Shukra Dasha. That's why no one can have all the time happiness. All the time happiness only Gnani can have. Because that is not a sensual pleasure happiness. That is called Ananda. Brahmanandam, Paramasukadam, Kevalam, Gnanamurtim, Dvandvatitam, Gagana Sadrusham. Therefore, Purnatva Gnanena, then he is called yogi. Bhagavan using the word here, santushtaha satatam. This yogi word can be used to santushtam, satatam. The yogi, satatam santushtaha. Yogi, yatatma. The next quality also, yogi can be added. What is the meaning of yogi? Yogi word, whenever we hear, some picture will come in our mind. Unknowingly, with a big dadi, with a big matted locks of hair, under the tree, in the cave, with half eyes closed, Shambhavi Mudra. No, here, our yogi, he has got the siddhis, powers, who do yoga, different yogas. That is not the meaning. Really, the word yoga meaning is also not that. And in this context, Bhagavan's interest is yogi is equal to gnani. Because yoga word meaning yuj, the root dhatu, union, oneness, merging. Oneness of the Jivatma Paramatma, that Aikya Gnanam, who got it, that is called Yoga Sthiti, that is called Gnana Sthiti, non-differential state of Jivatma Paramatma. Yuj, union, yoga, that is the meaning. Now, this Gnani, by reading the Shastra, Upanishad, he got that, not by doing the asana. That asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, ashtanga yoga is a different set of yoga, but that is useful to train you to cultivate your body, to keep the body under proper condition, prana and the mind, all like that. Disciplines are told, yama, niyama and all that. That is a very good set of practice to make a person a disciplined and eligible person to the gnana. That's it. More than that, the philosophical part of that Patanjali Yoga or the Siddhis, all that, the Vedanta Gnani never entertain, never give importance to them. So yoga means word is that. Therefore, and because of this Gnanam, he is a yogi. So yogi is equal to Gnani, Gnani is equal to Gnanavan, who has got that Brahma Gnana, and that Brahma Gnana, yogi. In the second chapter, when Bhagavan enumerating the qualities of a Gnani, there they come under the heading of Sthita Pragnasya Lakshanani. The traits, the qualities of the man of steady wisdom is called Sthita Prajna. From Shloka 55 onwards, because Arjuna raised a question, I want to know who is that man of steady wisdom, Gnana Nishthavan, how he will walk, how he will talk, how he will behave. Then Bhagavan explained until the end of the second chapter, 72 sloka, Sthita Prajna Lakshanani. Same like this. Some are, which now Bhagavan telling, they are already told. Here more bigger list, different list. But here under what heading it is coming? Parabhakta, Bhakti Yoga chapter. So Bhakta, Parabhakta and Gnani are one and the same. Without Gnanam you cannot become a Parabhakta. Without bhakti also you cannot become Gnani. Both are merging together. Therefore, I remind you one shloka, the first shloka, 55th, because again about this Santushta. Still we are talking about the Santushta only. I am telling so many things, you don't get deviated. प्रजहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते. Yes, then we can call him as a Sthitaprajna. When? Who? Prajahati. Sarvan kaman manogatan. Who has given up the all desires from his mind. Prakarshane jahati. Given for one for all for good. Prijahati sarvan kaman manogatan. Then atmanyeva atmana tushtaha. Then he is happy within himself. Atmanyeva atmana. With his own mind, in his own self. Two atmas. Atmanyeva atmana. With his own mind, in his own self. Because the mind has to understand, mind has to give up the desires and possess its inner original nature. Atmanyeva atmana tushtaha. Then only sthita prajna tada uchyate. Then only we can call him as a man of steady wisdom. Okay. Then next word, yatatma. Yatatma. Yatatma means who has got well control of his subtle body and the gross body. Subtle body means mind, intellect, thoughts. Gross body means gross body and including the senses. Senses comes under mind, subtle only. So altogether, Sthula Sukshma Sarira Nigrahanam. Who has got well control, Yatatma. This word also liked by Lord Krishna. Yatachittatma, Yatatma, Yatatmanam. If you see the whole Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan used many times that word. So Yatatma, here Atma means here mind, whose mind is under well control. Naturally, senses are under control. Naturally, body also is under control. So his own body, mind, senses are not a liability problem to him. They are asset. Yatatma. To say simply, the meaning of Yatatma is sadhana chatushta sampannavan. Who is endowed with sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, he is called Yatatma. Samahita chittaha, samyata swabhavaha. Shankara writes two words. For mind and antakaranam control, he says samahita chittaha. For body senses control, samyata swabhavaha. Now, being the yogi word came in between, yogi satatam santushtaha. Yogi satatam yatatma. Any say. Little more about this yogi word. So, please never have such a concept of yogi means like that. Now, you are talking about the Gnani. Sir, Gnani also will have the Siddhis, should have Siddhis. No, not necessary. This is very clearly told in the Uddhava Gita, elaborately discussed. Now and there, here also I used to tell how Ramana Maharshi do fun of this Siddhis. Jappidi Vidyai. Just Jappidi Vidyanna, useless. Put it in dustbin. Now let us see, there are 4 types of people if you think like that. So one person is Gnani. He is having the self-knowledge. Okay. And he may have Siddhi also. Siddhi is also, Gnanam also. Both are there. Okay, good. And another person, he is only a Gnani, no Siddhis. Okay, second type. The third type, no Gnanam, but Siddhis are there. Now, fourth category, no Siddhis, no Gnanam. Now, why I am telling these 4 categories? Now, the first two one, Gnanam plus Siddhis are also there. Good. He is liberated. Gnanam is there, but even iota of Siddhi, no problem, liberated. But Siddhis are there, no Gnanam, samsari, bound. Last fellow, anyhow bound. Now, therefore, Siddhis are not compulsory. Gnani means you should have Siddhis, no? No. Rather, Shastra says, Krishna said in Uddhava Gita, Bhagavata, Siddhis are the obstacles for a person's liberation. They will bind you. They will again pull you into the samsara one way or other. So never encourage them, never try to get them, try to get Gnanam. So that misconception should go from our mind. Siddhi is nothing to do with the Gnanam. Siddhis all comes under the material and relative phenomena world. Whether you walk on the water and you fly in the air, the Air India flight also flied with 242. So you may fly. What a tragedy. Only one fellow escaped. So if he has still Ayush, will be there. So science, technology, all these things are only at the periphery level. Like that also, there are some yogis who wrote the books also about the Kaya Kalpa. Kaya Kalpa means how to make this body immortal. Without the death, how you can make this body, or again regenerate and get the youngness, youthness. Like that, people wrote books and talked and all that. But they all gone. Who talked about the Kaya Kalpa, living for long time, this, that, given the lectures and all that, they're gone. What it proves? Whatever kalpa you do, you have to become vikalpa. Before that, try to get what you are really. Get that knowledge of your essential nature, my dear. That's the only job. All others are only jappidi vidyai. Chumma. Okay. So, etatma. Then, dhrida nishchayaha. He is very firm. Nishchayaha is equal to means sthira prajnaha. Sthira prajnaha is equal to dhrida nishchayaha. We do lot of nishchayams. Nishchaya means we will take decision. In a marriage also nishchitardham. After Nishitartha, many marriages are got spoiled. Before marriage itself, Nishitartham done very strongly, but after that it stopped. Every year, many people we also come to hear. Why? So, Nishchaya Gnanam. That's why Dhrida Nishchaya. His Nishchayam confirmation to say total and strong conviction in Atma Tattva Vishaya. Shankara writes, what is Dhrida Nishchayam? Total, strong and total conviction about the Atma Tattva Vishayam. Even after we hear so much and so many years, but still the conviction won't take place. It needs a lot of time. Needs a lot of commitment and thinking, understanding, sincerity, regularity, Shraddha, Bhakti. Otherwise, in one level of my mind, I accept it. It's good. He's talking some meaningful things only. Okay, he's not talking meaningless. Meaningful. But to apply in my life and take it, this is the fact, I still need a guts. If that is there, Dhrida Nishchayavan. That means whatever I study, whatever I hear from my Guru, in that Upadesham, teaching, there is no any doubt left. That day has to come. That day has to come. Doubt-free knowledge is called Dhrida Nishchaya. If that is not there, our understanding, our sadhana, our spiritual Shravana, Manana, these are all very weakly, already weekly only classes. And that will go very weak. Okay, classes cannot be kept every day. Even Guru keeps every day, you won't come. So then don't take it as it is a weekly classes are very weak classes. No, you have to work a lot. A one class, 1 hour exposition, you need 6 days, 24/7 mananam, contemplating, trying to understand, living up to the mark. Application is needed. That is called Dhrida Nishchaya. Then next, Bhagavan says, Mai Arpita Manaha Buddhihi. Whose mind and intellect both are surrendered, completely given to me, offered to me. Offered to me. Here, many times this word we used to say that Bhagavan wants only our mind, not any other things, not any other objects. He doesn't want gold, diamond kiritam or any kind of tulasi mala, rudraksha mala, Spatika Mala or Vaijayanti Mala. He doesn't want anything. Of course, he doesn't want any kind of prasadam. But purely he asks, Mai Arpita Manaha Buddhihi. Are you ready to offer your mind to me, please? But we are on the face of the Lord say, no, you please ask anything except that. Because if I give that, then what else I can ask you? If I keep the mind, then my mind has got so many desires. Then I will come again and again to you. Saptagiri, Tirupati, I will come every year. Then only I can ask. You have no mind, what can I ask? I want to make you, you cannot ask anything more. That state when comes, you and me are one. Then I will embrace you, I will take you. I am waiting. I open my hands and waiting. When you will give yourself to me, I will make you one with me. But you are hesitating. What can I do? So here, this Arpita Mana Buddhi, all this comes by more and more intimacy, love with the Lord. Even here, that normal bhakti will play a big role. Shravanam. That's why Prahlada said, any means of this Navavida bhakti, you keep a relationship with the Lord. Shravanam kirtanam Vishnoho smaranam padasevanam archanam vandanam dasyam sakhyam atmanivedanam. The famous sloka of Bhakta Prahlada, Navavidha Bhakti. See how many options are given. Sakhya, your friend, your lover, your father, mother, keep me, you be as a sevak to the Lord. Archanam, Skrapanam Kirt. So this develops, last class I think I told that greater the love, lesser the distance. Okay? No distance. Then I need not to wait for when I will see the Lord, when I go there, when He will come. Where to come? Where to go? Your heart itself is the Vaikuntham, I told you, that day. Recognize there the Lord, your Ishtadevata only. You can imagine. He's only staying there. He's reveling there. That is the stage, Sri Rangam. Ananda Rupe, Nijabodha Rupe, Brahmaswarupe, Shrutimurti Rupe, Seshanka Rupe, Ramaniya Rupe, Sri Ranga Rupe, Ramata Manome. Shankaracharya standing in front of the Sri Ranganatha Swami in the Sri Rangam. But still, he sees that Sri Ranganatha is inside me only. We concretized and kept him outside. I revel in my heart that Sri Ranga Rupa. Ramatam, I enjoy, I revel. Manome, in my mind, in my heart. So this Shankaracharya is a Advaita Gnani, but for a Advaita Gnani, he never hate, or for him will never destroy or reduce the Dvaita Bhakti. For a Advaita Gnani, to be as Advaita Gnani, in fact, now he is having the option of 3 channels. Just listen, last few words. What are the 3 channels? If a Sakama Bhakta with Ekarupa Ishvara, Ishtadevata, he is having only one channel. One channel. Yes, my Krishna. My Krishna. Only one channel. And that too Sakama, Saguna, Ishvara Bhakti. Bhakti, one channel only. But the second person who is having Vishwarupa Bhakti, wherever he goes, whatever he sees, any mountain, any sky, any clouds, any flowers, any animal, anything, whenever he sees the nature, he remembers the Lord. The person who enjoys by seeing the nature as the Lord cannot enjoy the Guruvayur in the Guruvayur or Sri Ranganatha in Sri Rangam. Naturally, he can enjoy that also. So many temples, so many idols, so many decorations. So he is having two channels. Now come to our hero, Advaita Bhakta Gnani. He is having that Abheda Gnanam, Ishvara and me are one. And to such a person, all-pervading Lord is in my heart and I am not their ego, one and the same. Naturally, can't he enjoy the nature? Vishwarupa? Can't he enjoy any temple? Surely he is having three-channel option. The best example is our Shankaracharya. What a great Advaita philosophy, Bhashyam, Brahma Sutra, this, that. But wherever he goes, stands in front of any god or goddess of any temple, how many stotrams just wrote like that. If he goes to the Devi temple, Devi stotrams. Shiva temple, Shiva stotrams. No match to that stotras still today. Krishna, any temple, Subramanya, he wrote stotrams to almost all the gods of the Vedas. Gods means not which we created. The Pancha Idana Puja. Ganesha, Surya, Shiva, Ambal and Vishnu. Panchayatana. They are the Vedic Devatas. He wrote. How is it possible? So he is inside one and outside different? Yes. Then is it not a dual personality? No. This is good. This dual personality is not a dangerous dual personality. To elaborate and make you to understand that, I will speak to you in the next sloka next week. So this is the clue. Dual personality, whether it is right or wrong, in what way it is right, in what way it is wrong, the next sloka gives us the introduction. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.